Hey, how's everybody doing? Just Average Schmo back once again. Today, I figured I'd jump in and do a quick video. At the time I'm filming this, it is November 7th, 8 p.m. Which means I need to get to bed here pretty soon because I actually go into work at 4 a.m. I work the first part of my job. I'm working from 4 to 11. And then after that, I got to do some landscaping at one of our locations. Get ready for winter. Mowing might be the last time for the year. We'll wait and see. I think they're calling for like 50-degree weather for the next 2 weeks. The projected outlook. So it's possibly I might have to do it one more time. But then I'm also cutting back all the daylilies and the perennials and stuff like that to get it all ready for winter. I'd prefer to do it now where it's still finally decent out and not having to be out there freezing my ass off. Down around freezing, doing it. So before I go to bed, though, I thought I would dive in and do a quick video. So I'm going to show you both boxes that I found. I mentioned this in, I think, one of my other videos that I was going through my stuff and I found some boxes of baseball cards. So I've got this one here, Topps. Not sure. It doesn't actually say the year on it. Oh, it looks like 1988. So it says right here, 1988. And it don't have the plastic on it, and this box is a little worse for wear, but all of the packs are in there. Old wax packs. Of course, they got the gum in there, which I'm sure is just wonderful. I do not recommend if you get boxes like this and have gum in them, do not throw the gum away. Okay, be sensible. But I'm guessing 1988, so I'll have to do I'll do a little research before I dive into this one. See who were the good rookie cards maybe from 1988. This set, hopefully, obviously those would be some of the best ones to hit. Especially if those people went on to have really good seasons beyond that. And, these might be this set and the other set I'm going to show you, which we're actually going to start with the other set. Might be ones that I might, pull some good ones out. I might set them back, and then once I have the money, I'll send them in and get graded. Because, outside of centering and stuff like that, of course. Well, these probably shouldn't have too much issue of them caking together because these aren't real high gloss cards. The old Topps cards. There might be a little bit, so I'll have to be a little gingerly with them. But as long as that don't happen, they should look pretty good. Of course, then you have the centering and stuff like that can affect the grade, obviously. But we'll do that one eventually. It's a 1988, apparently. I wish they had actually set it on the box somewhere. One we're going to start with, though, is this one that is sealed. This is the 1995 Topps Stadium Club Baseball. I do know, I did a little research on this, and it looks like it's got a couple of good Griffey Jr. cards in it that, if graded in the grade high, can garner a decent amount of money. Of course, you also got other legends like Cal Ripken Jr. in here. You got Frank Thomas, Don Mattingly, others that escape my mind right at the moment. But I believe this is supposed to have 24 packs in it. So I think we'll probably divide this up into 4 videos. So we'll just do 6 packs at a time. See what I get. And then all the cards that aren't, are really just like nickel dime cards. What I might do eventually is just maybe bundle like 15 or 20 of them together, and then just kind of try to sell it for sell a bundle of them of like 20 for a couple bucks or something like that. Just so I don't have a bunch of cards sitting around. Or I've heard of people doing this. They take a lot of their base cards and stuff, ones that don't warrant getting graded. And I would say, if you have the money, most of the cards from these older series, if you have the money and you pay for it and you think they're going to grade well, it probably wouldn't hurt to get them graded, because obviously a lot of these will have some value if they grade high. But most of them and most people don't have the money to just send in just common base cards to get graded on that hope. So I've seen a lot of people, what they do is come Halloween, they'll make little bundles of, obviously, not everybody's into baseball cards. Obviously. Not every kid likes baseball cards, and especially if you have parents bringing like their little babies and stuff up, they're not gonna be interested in baseball cards. Of course, little babies shouldn't be eating candy anyhow. But bundle a couple cards together, throw in a couple pieces of candy, wrap it in cellophane, and put something on it to keep it closed, and just do that. Even young babies that aren't interested, eventually they might be, and it'd be kind of cool to have, some old cards for them to have in their collection. So, but I'll decide that when the time comes. For now, let's dive in. There are the packs. So we will pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now these actually might take a little bit, because I think they're supposed to be glossy. Although they feel like they're moving a little bit. So let's open one pack and see if they're taken together real bad or not. And then what I might do is I might open these like 2 packs at a time, and then we'll go through them. Alright, yeah, it looks like they've been well preserved. Must have been in the right conditions. Upstairs. Be very careful trying to open these. Actually, let's just open them all. Let's open them all, and we'll just go through this way. That way you're not sitting there, in between. We're sitting there watching me open the packs. I think this was around the time, correct me if I'm wrong, which is very possible, I might be. But I think, in the 90s is when baseball cards started putting a little more flash into the cards. I think that's when you really started seeing like autograph cards and some even patch cards back then. Of course, back then they were few and far between, but you also had like these high gloss cards. Now, I don't know for sure what company kind of pioneered that. Could have been Topps, could have been Don Russ, Leaf. There's a number of different sports cards manufacturers out there. But, and as I said, the rest is history, right? You look at cards today, and they're amazing. They really are. All right, we got all the cards out. Got quite a few to go through, so let's start going. We've got Scott Sanders. Yeah. We've got a Travis. This is, oh, okay, they were stuck together. I was like, why does this have two different people on it? We got Louis Polonia. We got Travis Payman, and I'm not sure if they mark the rookie cards or checklist. We got Brad Osmus, CJ Nitkowski, Juan Guzman. Heard of him? I think that's the first one I've actually heard of. Chris Hoyles. So you get ready to catch a fly ball. Andre Dawson. He's from the Boston Red Sox. Andre Dawson. Did he ever play for the Cubs at one time? Did he play for the Cubs at one time? I recognize the name. We got Willie Blair, Lee Tinsley, Alan Watson, Mark Wohlers, Renee Arocha? Arocha. Arocha? Dennis Eckersley. Alright, that's the first one that I would say, unless some of these other ones are rookie cards and those players went on to do some good things, I would say that Dennis Eckersley is probably the best card so far. Mel Rojas. Whoa. John Franco. Jeff Reboulet. Another checklist. Bob Tewksbury. Jose Canseco. That's pretty good. Yeah, too bad with this is when he was playing with the Rangers. I actually have one of his, well, not one of his actual jerseys. It's what they call a field style jersey. It's made, just like same materials and everything as the players' uniforms. It just don't have like the MLB logo on it or whatever like manufacturer it was, Nike or Champion or whoever. But overall, it's still got the same. It's got like padding in the right places. Everything is designed exactly the same, and they're made so they can be mass produced, so that people can take them places and get them signed rather than paying a couple $100 for for an actual MLB jersey. But it's signed by Jose Canseco, but it's an Oakland Athletics shirt. And then I do have a card of him that I got when I was going through my other cards that I've had forever. From when he played with the Oakland Athletics, I have that in the display case with it. But Jose Canseco. All right, moving on. We got Ron Karkovice. We've got Brett Wagner. Mark Langston. Lee Tinsley. Steve Traxel. Jeff Blauser. Alan Watson. William Van Landingham. That's a mouthful to say. Alex Arias. That's a cool shot. I don't say the photographers that take the shots that they use for these cards, they get some incredible photos. Will Cordero. Bobby Bonilla. I know him. From Shades. Bill Gullickson. Another checklist. So far, nobody like huge, no real like huge name. Another Chris Hoyles. Al Martin. Joe Girardi. Oh, that's Joe Girardi. There's two of them stuck together. CJ Nitkowski. We got two of those already. Deion Sanders. That's a pretty good one. When he was playing with the Reds. Steve Traxel. That's another one of those we've got. Mark Clark. There we go. We got our first Griffey. Ken Griffey Jr. Nice. That'll definitely be one I'll probably hold on to and try to, like I said, when I have the money, send in and get graded. We got Jeff Blauser again. Luis Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez. I wonder if they're related. Matt Williams. Matt Williams. I do recognize his name. I don't know. I know one time his cards had garnered some attention, if you will, but I don't know whether that's still the case or not. Barry Larkin, good Reds player. Brett Butler, checklist. Todd Jones. Frank Thomas. I think this is an insert card, actually. Yes, it's cause and effect on there. So that might be one to hold out, too. Another Jose Canseco. I need to keep one. I already got one of those out. Tino Martinez. Tim Davis. Chris Turner. Bob Turksbury again. John Burkett. Another Griffey. Jeff Tackett. Ron Darling. Billy Spears. Sid Fernandez. Oral Hershiser, good pitcher. Here we got a club membership card. Juan Guzman. Charlie Hayes. Raul Mondesi. Guess I'm pronouncing it. Another Frank Thomas. Or maybe that is a common card. Wait, no. Is that, Yeah, it might be just, maybe that's just how they made his card. Of course, it's possible to get the same, two the same inserts, because these are like random packs. So, Oral Hershiser again. Kevin Gross. Ken Ryan. Bruce Ruffin. Charles Nagy. Darren Jackson. Jeff Fry. Lee Smith. Hippolyte Pichardo. That's a hell of a name. Dave West. What, you have to wonder what was her mom and dad thinking when they gave her a name. It's not a bad name, but it just, I mean, I'm guessing it's probably really unique. Whoa, here we go. We pulled our first real insert here. We've got Howard Johnson, ringleader. That is really cool. I mean, these were probably really something that people were looking for, back in 95 when these came out, because there wasn't a lot of card companies doing stuff like this. That's really cool. Who's this? Paul Konerko. Al Martin again. Getting down to the end. Paul O'Neill. Stan Javier. Doug Jones. Not to be confused with the actor, Doug Jones. Met the guy. Nice guy. Todd Stottlemyre. Charles Nagy again. John Burkett again. Todd Van Poppel. And the last card in these packs, Dave Burba. So like I said, outside of some of these being rookie cards, and then players have gone on to do set some good stats. I'll have to go back and look through and see. But I'd say the top hits out of these packs so far, in no particular order, was that one. We got 2 Ken Griffies. Which is nice. We've got the Frank Thomas, Barry Larkin, Deion Sanders, the Jose Canseco, and the Dennis Eckersley. So, there we go. That's it. Hopefully, I know a little bit, well, actually, it's about normal for my videos. But hopefully you enjoyed it. A little time travel, if you will, back to what they call kind of the junk era. Of course, 95 was starting to get on the end of the junk era. The late 90s and stuff is when cards really took a leap forward. I guess, the junk era probably really didn't really end being like a junk era until probably the early 2000s. Most people will consider probably like the mid 80s through the early 2000s as really the junk era. But the main junk era for baseball cards, when they overly mass produced cards, was from the mid 80s up through the mid 90s. There we go. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. There's really nothing to link down below other than Topps. If you're interested in baseball cards, they got all kinds of different ones available. I would say if you're looking to just spend small amounts of money, nothing outrageous, and just try your luck on stuff, just go to your local Walmart or Target or whatever and see what, $20, $30, or maybe even $40 boxes they have. Normally those boxes, little hobby boxes, you only get maybe 5 or 6 packs, and each pack might only have, 5 cards in it or something. You know, not like this. But, you know, they do have, you know, much higher end boxes if you really want to try your luck and spend, you know, $100+. There's things you can buy for $400 or $500. Not me, but I'm saying you could if you wanted to. All right, video's long enough. As always, hey, look out for yourself and everyone around you so we all have a much better chance of staying safe and healthy. Next video, obviously, will be part 2. Maybe we'll pull a few more Griffies. That'd be great. I mean, if I pull enough Griffies out, I might just sell a couple of them raw and see what people are willing to pay for them. So, hopefully we'll pull maybe a Cal Ripken out. I wouldn't mind that. That's it. See you.